Alright guys, quick video update on our fuel sending unit for the Yamaha yxz1000. I've done quite a few of these at this point, sold quite a few of them. I wanted to do a video now that I've talked to a lot of customers that have installed these, to just kind of address some of the questions that seems to keep coming up, when guys are putting these in. We have made a change on our third run of production parts here on the inlet and outlet fitting. These are now -6ORB instead of pipe thread. The reason we changed that is because of the number of variances in pre-existing fuel systems. If you're using a straight fitting, or you're using 90-degree fitting, or you're only using a single line, or some combination of the three, you can buy this hanger from me. I lowered the price, and it doesn't come with a fitting installed anymore. I do stock the fittings, so the price on this on my website. This is a Vibrant number 6 ORB to 90 swivel, so these things will spin once they're screwed in, which kind of makes it nice. I have them listed on my website for the cost of that part, so I'm not making any money on it, but I'm passing the savings on to you if you decide you want them. I have that in a -6, and I have that in a -8. 90 degree is going to be the only fitting that I stock, so if you need something different, pretty readily available stuff. The O-ring, it's this type of fitting with an O-ring, which is the same as your fuel pressure regulator or fuel rail, all the same style of fitting. So you can buy it without fittings, if you want to do something custom. If you want to use it as a starting point, you can buy the swivel 90s from me, and they'll come pre-installed. So have that as an option. Another option that's on the website now is the PTFE hose kit. These are I consider this to be a hard line. They are pliable. This is PTFE, special order line that we had made specifically for these, which would go into your install like this. So impervious to alcohol if you're running E85, methanol, or gasoline, or any combination of that type of fuel. This holds up a lot better over a long period of time, even over ethanol rated rubber hose. So we're selling that as a kit. It comes with your feed line, your return line, and then your band clamps. These ones you crimp on. It's easier if you have 90-degree crimpers, but you can do it with a pair of dikes or pliers or whatever you want. You just crimp those on, and they're on there until you cut them off. So makes for a really clean install. Now I'll talk about the differences and the features of our two offerings here. This is our 46. This is our 39. 46 is Deutschwerks pump, DW400 specific. They have a couple other that are the same diameter. We've gone to the extent of making this because this is our favorite pump to use on a Yamaha. They do really well. High horsepower E85 car. This pump outflows the 525 Walbro pretty substantially on pressure. So kind of when it counts, when you're making boost and you have lots of fuel pressure, that pump puts out a lot more liter per hour than the Walbro. Not saying the Walbro is bad. We've used those as well. A lot of them out there. That's what you're going to use the 39 for. 39 is more universal. This fits your AEM, any of your AEM pumps. This will fit your air motive pump. And this will fit any Walbro from a 255 all the way to a 525. So this is pretty much the standard fuel pump size. So that's, you see those two listings on the website. That's the two differences. I pitch everybody to run this DW400. That's making, really anything over 300 horsepower on E85. Or a flex fuel car, whatever you're running, it's going to be a big power car like that. That is a really solid way to go. So that's just my personal opinion, but this is what we always put in everybody's car when we put them together here. I have the assembled one here. So I have another video that talks about some pump differences you might want to watch on my YouTube channel. To compare this pump to row with a little bit more detail. Anyway, so these are our two styles that we sell. Now we have our proprietary connector in here. If you see, you got one big pin and one little pin. Got the same thing on the other side. The big pins are the pump feed. Those are 12 gauge pins. Those are rated up to, I think it's 30 amps or it's 40 amps. So it's not, I'll put it in the description of this. Anyway, substantially higher than the factory Yamaha pin, which is pretty close to the little one there, which is I think it's a 20 gauge pin, which is rated for about 5 to 10 amps. Our connector is designed to work with one of these power hungry fuel pumps. You're not running external leads or doing anything funky to get the wiring to the pump safely. That's a feature of our connector. And now with the basic kit, you get the hanger assembly, no fittings, and then it comes with our high amperage connector for the chassis side of the wire harness, and then it comes with a connector kit for the pump side of the wire harness. These are relatively self-explanatory when you go to put them together, because there's different size holes for the different size pins. I do include a schematic for both sides that tells you what the pin out is, to kind of make it easy. I am going to put up some documentation on how to do these connectors, for somebody that probably hasn't done them before. They're pretty simple, pretty easy to do. So I'll get that up too. It'll help, address some of those questions. So that's the basics. Hanger, you can add the fittings if you want. These are Vibrant swivel 90s that I sell, either number 6 or number 8. I have them listed at my cost on the website. I'm not trying to make any money on that fitting. Just trying to provide it if you need it, so you're not trying to run around and shop for it. If you do add this to your order, that'll come pre-installed. PTFE hose kit if you want it. Now, something I've been considering and I'm probably going to move forward on. I haven't put it on the site yet, but is to offer an assembly. So I've been doing enough of these 400 pumps for guys. They buy this and they want, I just say, hey, if you buy the pump from me, I'll put it together for you. This particular one, DW400, this has got the Vibrant fittings, and you can see these things can swivel once they're installed, so it makes your lines pretty easy to do. Your factory level sender, you take it off your plastic sending unit, that snaps on just like it would to the factory piece, and then you have a couple of connectors to match red and black wire to the sending unit. Crimp those on, and that gets you your sending unit. So then this thing is, you can obviously put the pump screen on the end of the pump there, and then stick it in your tank, and it's done. Assembled units, if you are interested in one of these, contact me. We can do it with probably pretty much any pump you want. I only stock this 400. I'm considering stocking the 340 AM gasoline version of the pump as well, but I'll eventually get that up on the website. The other item that we are going to be adding, should be up today, is our control harness. So any big pump, really honestly any aftermarket pump that's larger than your stock Yamaha pump. Your stock Yamaha pump pulls about 5 amps of current. Any of these automotive pumps are going to pull somewhere between 10 and 25 amps of current, when they're under load. So have to have proper wiring for that. Our harness, comes pre-terminated for the sending unit. Then you get a connector, which is going to connect back to your factory wiring. Gives you this big 40 amp relay amount to secure it to the chassis, and then you got your harness here. I'm not going to untangle this thing, but a fused lead that goes all the way back to your battery, labeled fuse. And then lastly, there's a chassis ground on here, that goes down to your ground lead that's on the transmission. That gives you the most direct path of current to the pump, properly sized wire rated for the amperage. You won't have fuel pump issues with your car, even if it does not have an alternator. Your factory stator can run any of these pumps. There's some misinformation out there about needing an alternator to make a fuel pump work. That's not true. The biggest issue is having wire gauge, that can support the current that's required from the battery. So we'll be selling a pre-made harness, ready to plug and play. You can buy that separately, with your hanger or pretty much any combination of any of this stuff. Or you can do, I will be offering an entire setup, which is your assembled unit and wire harness. Well, I don't know how soon I'll get this up, but anybody interested in it, just feel free to contact me. So that's pretty much it. We have lots of these in stock, and I'm available to answer any questions if you want to give me a call at the shop here. So thanks guys, thanks for watching. See you soon, bye.